and welcome to this week's edition of Minigame Monday. It is Monday, July 14th, and today we will be doing a jigsaw puzzle that features titles from Protospiel Online 2025 January's posted website, um, prototypes posted on the website. Hello, thanks for popping in and saying hello. It's a jigsaw puzzle today, so should be a quick one. And let me go ahead and swing over and get started with that. I have the link here if you want to play the puzzle yourself. I can put it in chat for you. And let's go ahead and get started. So this is the picture we'll be putting together. I'll just read these out loud to get them kind of into my mind. Crosswrite, Number Wang, The Most Insignificant Office, Weird Earth, Goblin Heist, Cutting Flowers, A War, The Transit of Venus, Welcome to Sussburg, Loot Box, Prohibition, People Live Here, Open House Mysteries, Capybara Crush, Coup d'etat, Ashtapa. I've never said that out loud. Ashtapada, Aztapada, reimagined. Maybe that's the closest I could. Aztapada, maybe. Immunity, Journey to Skyhaven, and I think I said Capybara Crush already. Okay, so once I start this, breaks into a puzzle, I can check it again over here if I need to, if I am feeling unsure, and I'll also just reveal the edges so I can start with that. All right. This must be the corner, okay. Probably over here. So this one is, there we go, is a different kind of, oh, I still haven't yet another one. Okay, well, yeah, Skyhaven, there we go. This set from January, if you saw our August 2024 set, this set has a different pattern or a different kind of motif for the word art, the word collage, where it's got sort of a pastel-y rainbow colors, whereas in August we had sort of bricks of blue and purple. And I haven't made the new set of puzzles yet that will be for the May prototypes, the May 2025 prototypes. But I'm thinking about doing something that isn't so... See, these are all askew, like they're scattered and such. I would say that layout was more detailed to get together. So, nope. Is there another one? Huh. I'm not seeing the other one that would go there. Interesting. Number Wang. Yes, this askew layout is time consuming. There it is, to arrange. So I think I want to do straight lines, but maybe I'll do a wider variety of colors for the next set, the way this one's colorful, because I've gotten a little bit of feedback that the very different color blocks kind of draw the eye and draw you into wanting to do the puzzle more. Here, it's just a little tiny bit of orange for that one. Okay. And yes, normally my plan has been to make the set of puzzles within a month after Protospiel Online ends. So May session was around the 15th of May, so middle of June would have been my goal. But we have been creating a brand new kind of event for Protospiel Online Discord to be run in Protospiel Online Discord and Twitch and everything, that has been taking up my time building the registration site and everything. So I haven't been able to make these puzzles yet. Okay, this one will be it. There we go. But luckily, these come in big batches, and it's only super duper crunch time around the end of August. So we're middle of July. I think if I get to it next week, the week after we run Panel Spiel, it should be all right. Hello, Jack. I'm talking Panel Spiel. I'm talking about how Panel Spiel is the reason I don't know yet what my next Jigsaw puzzle layout is going to be. I haven't built them yet. The first time I built all these puzzles, I built 2 sessions worth at once, and I also was learning how to use our social media scheduling tool and making a lot of decisions. You know, kind of I was running my first few streams and making decisions about how to present the puzzles, and I kept adding to my to-do list for setting puzzles up. And so I have a estimate that it takes me about 8 hours to build a set of puzzles for a session and get everything. I mean, not just build the puzzles, but get everything for sharing them on social media ready and all of that. But we'll see. I'm hoping to be able to get a time to, set aside like 2 days in a row and completely finish them and validate that that's how long it takes. But we'll find out. Would I say there were interesting decisions? To what? Interesting decisions to what? To puzzle making, or is this just the playtest question, the quintessential playtest question? Try to make it so I can see all the pieces and they're not in the way of where this is. Maybe this is a feature request for this tool building, or this puzzle building tool. Is it's great that I can see the edges only for a while, but can I kind of pop them all to one side? Can I put this over here and say all those go over there? Or could that just be how it works, please? In the first place, the sorting is a little tedious. That's the 20-second chat delay for you. I have a lot of trouble remembering what I was talking about when someone comments. Yes. I don't think there's a delay of me seeing the comment. There's a delay of me showing you all the comment. I think there's more like a 6-second delay on comments for me to see them. But this is assuming I'm looking at the chat. Of course, when I'm doing something else, I have to bounce my eyes back and forth. So it's also possible. Sometimes I don't show your chats because I am distracted fixing something or doing something. Bold of me to think you can remember what you said 6 seconds ago. But no, it's Croy that's asking me about interesting decisions. Not sure what they mean. Nope, that's not going to be right. You say you can see 3 Sussberg pieces, but not sure how to tell you where they are. Okay. Sussberg. Yeah, is looking for walk. Yeah, it's right in the middle. I see that one. I see that one. Put those two together. Knowing that what color they are, that's something that you can tell me. Yellow piece is Sussberg or something like that. That will probably draw my eye. This one's most insignificant office. Yep. Oh. Pop, pop. I did a lot of streaming over the weekend to show my plays in Shanti's Witch's Quarrel tournament. And I was trying to, for the first time, be able to let people be in a Discord channel with me and be also heard on the stream. And gosh, I don't think it's really that complicated once you understand what's going on. But, sound mixing, sound design is not something that I have ever really been taught by a person who knows what they're doing. I just kind of can read about it. And I think what I'll be able to do someday, if I figure it out, I don't think... What is the double T? I don't think Cutting Flowers is a name oh, it is Cutting Flowers. Okay. I just don't remember reading that out loud. Okay, Cutting Flowers. It's probably this. I especially can't remember what I'm saying when I'm interrupting myself with finding puzzle pieces, but I'm talking about trying to set up my sound for my computer so that people who are watching a stream can hear what's being said in a Discord channel that I can hear. And there is a tool that is open source, pay what you want, that is a virtual sound mixing board tool. So you could take it. It sounds like you're able to take whatever your computer is receiving and then put it through that soundboard and then make the output of the soundboard what is is this really here? Yeah, okay. I thought I tried it there and it didn't work. It does work. Is what everybody hears. However, a lot of the way everything is labeled and the names of things make it kind of hard to follow, and the people who developed the software and wrote the instructions are French. So the videos are in French with subtitles, and the instructions are written in English, but it's not their first language. So some of it is just kind of... There's an extra step of sort of thinking about what they probably meant to say here, if it's like slightly different than the words I would use if I were explaining something. And so I tried, and it just was... It was clear that it was going to take much longer. And I'm reminded of all this because recently I was doing the puzzle and I could hear the clicks through my own through my computer's native sound instead of my headphones, microphone setup and stuff. And it wasn't ideal. I didn't necessarily want to hear the clicks, although they're very satisfying because I didn't know if they were echoing and stuff for y'all. But I guess that setup that I did differently maybe changed. Yeah, there we go, coup d'etat. Changed my settings so I don't hear it anymore. You say the ERS is below Cutting Flowers. The ERS for flowers. Yeah. Very good. Sussberg is maybe down a little bit. The last Sussberg, you said you saw 3 of them that were Sussberg. There's a welcome. This is part of that. There's the beginning of Sussberg. 2. see, I'm gonna pop the puzzle link back up if we're not talking about stuff. Okay. Is this insignificant office? No, not quite. I'm seeing Immunity here. That's David Kessler's game that I haven't gotten to play, but I did see over in BMG they did a impromptu, well, semi-impromptu, I would say. This is that difficult Ashapata or something pretty close to that. It's even harder to remember how to say it when I don't have the letters to, yeah. It's in the bottom corner down there. But they did a kind of maybe about a week in advance, scheduled ahead. This is going to be Open House Mysteries over here. Open House. For pitch practice, and I saw kind of like, I showed up a little late and saw just the end of David's pitch for it, but it is it's simulating the way the immune system works in a person's body, and has like this interesting circular path where, you know, it's like the blood flow of the body, and you're moving the pieces through the blood flow. And there probably are different kinds of pieces, but I missed that detail. But it has an interesting cooperative mechanic where, you know, you move your piece, and if you can land on somewhere that is somebody else's piece, they can continue going on your turn and make your turn bigger. And I'm sure it's like a yeah, other people can take a turn on your turn, and then somebody else, then when it's the next person's turn, they get to choose where to start the cascade, but then the whole cascade that involves everybody will happen on their turn. Or that's what I was picking up, which sounded really cool, and I'm curious to play it now. I'm bummed I never got to play test it. Well, let's be fair. I'm curious to play test all the games. I was curious. I was curious to play test Immunity before I had seen the pitch, actually, but now I'm extra interested. The Most Insignificant Office. This one might actually pop right in. There we go. A War is right around here. No, it was on this side. Yeah, that's right. I think I'm missing the first one I need. That's funny. It's repeated, so it makes the puzzle a little confusing. Maybe, okay, maybe it's like this. Yeah, there we go. Coup d'etat was down here, I think. USE. I don't remember what that's part of. Welcome. That's the top of the W right there. Cutting. Okay. There we go. Oh, it's going to be like that, probably. You know, it's interesting, them being askew, it both makes it harder and easier, I feel like, mysteries. Because, I don't know, when they're straight across, a lot of times one section, it's just, I can put a whole block together and it kind of makes a frame in the middle too. But when they're more askew like this, it's sort of like the angle of how they connect that is my visual clue. House. There it is. There we go. Open House Mysteries is the brand name or the company name for the initially it was a easier, lower stress RSVP murder mystery party that I was developing, and I was gamifying it with cards. And this is the whole reason that anybody in the board game industry knows me, is that I learned of the Game Crafter when I needed to find an easier way than print at home. I know how to print cards at home, but in doing it, like making a print and play, and I thought I was going to sell this thing as a downloadable print and play only. The first test I did, I just did it with my printer, and gosh, it's so frustrating to get the right thing on the back of the right thing. And I just thought, this is not this is my baby project, and I really, really want to host this party, and I am miserable using this printer. I don't think that's the way that I want. And I even am pretty good at things like that, at troubleshooting and tech and stuff. And I'm miserable. I don't want to sell something that is going to make other people this miserable. So transit of Venus. Probably no, that can't be right. So transit of Venus. Interesting that kind of looks like the bottom of Venus, but it can't be that. It's over here, actually. There we go. Transit. Where is that? Is it right here? Yes. Fits perfectly. Box. Loot box. I feel like this one should be like really obvious. Oh, there it is. Yep. It had more white on it than I expected. Coup d'etat. Here we go. That one might have quite a bit of white on it. It's probably this one. Yeah. The transit. This could be welcome, right? Yeah. Office. Insignificant. There's a yellow can that belongs to most insignificant office. Okay. Yellow can. Oh my goodness. Oh, I found it already. The delay got us. Oh, yep. It's funny. Where is it? Okay. This one's got to be over here. What was it? Prohibition? Doing it a little bit on hard mode. This is probably Goblin Heist. Goblin. Okay. Capybara Crush here. There's the heist. Okay, this piece here, that's an intersection. Skyhaven, maybe? Probably. Yeah. Journey to Skyhaven and Welcome to Sussburg. I'm always getting those two mixed up. They're really very different games, but just the blank to place and it being sort of like travel, like show up somewhere sort of oriented. But yeah, Welcome to Sussburg is like a cooperative. Each person is a different kid in a city that is being attacked by creepy baddies. It's very like cute art though, so it's not that scary. It's just like cute zombie attack. What will kid do with their art supplies or their athletic abilities or whatever? And then Journey to Skyhaven is more of it's a competitive game, and you are playing cards to go on a journey to different kinds of sites as you're going to a fair to present your. I think at this point it is a herd of sheep that you're herding to the fair over a mountain. It's a really cozy game, and I believe it is. I don't know who with, but I believe it is under contract, and we're gonna get to see that one on store shelves, which will be exciting. Okay, I'm in the home stretch here. We got it. There is always this tipping point where it seems like a total mess, and then 2 minutes later or less, I'm done. All right. So, and yes, this tool is called Puzzle Me from Amuse Labs. Oops. I was just trying to close that. Okay. But yeah, you can make a lot of different kinds of puzzles. I guess I can show you. You can make a lot of different kind of puzzles. They do have AI stuff, but you don't have to use it. It's not forced down your throat. And yeah, I don't want suggestions of words. I want to show off our words. So, oh, and I can give a shout out too for it's getting shared now in our Discord and discussions for different shows that our partners can post kind of replays of, and I mean, the community has the opportunity to discuss it in the thread there, but it mostly serves as just a reminder that things were released and people don't tend to talk about it. But Pathologic from Jonathan Chaffer, I think he has only shared volume 5, which was a bigger volume, but he's doing volumes of different kinds of puzzles. His most recent one that he hasn't put in our Discord server yet, so I can't get the link fast enough to put it. I don't think I'll poke around and find it right now for chat, but he did a very short set of a Pathologic set that was, I think, only 4 puzzles. Usually those series are about 30 to 35, and he's going off cracking the cryptic as the example puzzles to teach lots of different kinds of logic puzzles. But he featured one of our crisscrosses, and taught me so much about how the crisscross interface works for Puzzle Me. So next time we do one of those, it's going to be so much faster because you don't even have to type the words. It's very convenient. You just click the box where it goes and you click the word and it populates the word. It might even work that way for crosswords. So he was asking me to give a puzzle, and I said, well, you do logic puzzles, and these aren't very hard logic puzzles. But I said, I guess the crisscross is kind of a logic puzzle. And he's like, works perfectly. So he's going to be doing a talk for Panel Spiel on, I believe it's Saturday, don't quote me, I don't have it open, but on being a great playtester, how to give great feedback with Caitlin Green. So he was pressuring me to give him that so that he could talk about that in the feature of the puzzle. So yeah, and it's only 4 days away that we'll be doing Panel Spiel. That'll be this Friday. In fact, it'll be the next thing that happens on our Twitch channel. Will be our welcome to Panel Spiel with Jack, who's been in the comments today. So we'll see you then. And yeah, there's a lot of marketing to get ready to make sure everybody who wants to come to Panel Spiel knows it exists and can come. So I better let you get back to your Monday, and I'll get back to mine, and see you on Friday. Thanks, everybody.